Welcome to Akhand Vidyashram, the first institute of impeccable wisdom. Let's talk about the divine digits, the first 13 numbers, and at the same time, the spiritual science of the seven core and six subtle, vital, heavenly planets. This might surprise, I don't think too many people talk about divine digits, seven inner and six outer heavenly bodies as such in mathematics, physics, chemistry, astronomy, astrology, or medical sciences by and large. But this is something which needs to be understood to understand the whole universe clearly and experience that within the body to become a perfectly healthy, wealthy, wise, and human being. Please look at this particular picture and then see these seven names. Now, international, there is a concurrence. Whether in India, you have in Hindi, Ravivar, Somvar, Mangalvar, Budhvar, Guruvar, Shukravar or Shanivar, or you have in English Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. All the number names are identical, but there is a beauty in that. There is a complete concurrence. When you think of Sunday, you think of only Ravi or Sun. When you say Monday, it is Somvar or Moon. When you say Tuesday, it's Mangalvar or Mars. If it's a Wednesday, it's a Budhvar or Mercury. If it's a Thursday, it's a Guruvar or Jupiter. If it is a Friday, it's a Shukravar or Venus. If it is Saturday, it's a Shanivar or Saturn. There is a consistency uniformly throughout the world, whether it's India, China, or you take the West, all the worlds by and large have no issue at all in accepting these 7 days universally. And I do know everything the nature had designed by and large is made of 7 parts. I have spoken it again and again and again to show right from the cell to the solar system to Earth itself 7 parts, Antariksh also 7 parts, heaven sevens. Now today let's talk of only 7 days and the planets as such to understand the mathematics of number 7 as it was revealed to me way back in 1997. Now, this particular picture is of 10 zodiacs or 12 rashis. This is also a concurrence throughout the world. Whether it's Western zodiac signs, 12 zodiacs, or Indian 12 rashis are identical again. There is a concurrence on this part again. This picture is the most beautiful concept of 7 days, 7 planets, but जो could be 9 navagrah, are there 12 zodiacs and 12 this. Now let's see in the right in the center you have sun. When you have a sun, there is only one Rashi called Leo you can see right in the middle. This is picture international done by somebody I do not know. But it's a beautiful picture. I'm using this to show how beautiful this work and how beautiful is divine nature. On top of that you have moon which has one Rashi or one zodiac called Cancer. These two have only one Rashi, not more than one Rashi. Very interesting. When you come to the left side, you have Mars or Mangal and you have two Rashis, Aries and Scorpio. But you go to the right side, you have Venus, you have Libra and Taurus. But you come down to the left down is a Jupiter and you have Pisces and Sagittarius. You come to the right side, you have Saturn, you have Aquarius and Capricorn. Right at the bottom, you have Mercury, which is Gemini and Virgin. But here again, these six which we talk about it are the pairs, I agree. But these pairs also have a particular characteristic. And that characteristic is centers around the 3 part. Either you are a male, or you are a female, or you are a neutral, hermaphrodite. And each one has got 2, 2, 2. So you can understand 2 into 3 is 6 plus 1 plus 1. So that way number 7, 7 planet is uniform because these 7 planets, 7 names are the one. These are the planets which we can see in the universe sitting on the earth. Let's forget about earth because we are on the earth. We are moving along with it. But when from earth, when you see, we can see sun, we can see moon, you can see Mars, you can see Venus, you can see Jupiter, you can see Saturn, you can see Mercury. These are very prominent things which can be seen with a small telescope itself. And I'm sure without that itself, you can observe these movements very clearly throughout the world, has been a center of all the astronomers, astrologers, and mathematicians through the world, and they have independently experienced and left behind the legacy of their work independently of each other, but there is uniformity. And that is exactly the uniformity I'm talking about. Entire universe world needs a syllabus which is perfect to the core. The impeccable wisdom which Akhand Vidyashri is talking about. And that impeccable wisdom is Divyank. Divyank ratio, Divyank sequence, Divyank triangles, Divyank infinity. Everything around Divyank is the design which nature designed, which is not revealed before 2015 by anyone in the world. That is also something to be seen. Maybe time has come for Satyug to come again. Our science has come to very good level of equipments and sophisticated things which can tell us the truth. But the mind has to come to the level to use those instruments to the best of our knowledge. From that angle, let's move on to the next stage. Now, in this picture, as I told you, there are 12 zodiacs, 12 rashis. Now, let's take one by one. Right on top, you have Mesh, which is Aries, Mars, and it is male in dominant. Second one is Taurus, is a Venus, is a female. Then Mithuna or Gemini is a Mercury which is neutral or hermaphrodite. It has male and female, and that is what is a Kanya girl before she menstruates. She has both male and female dominance, but when moment she starts menstruating, she becomes a female and male becomes a male throughout very clearly. Then come to the fourth, Karka or Cancer, is the moon which is connected with the mind, fluctuating mind. Ascending, descending movements of moon have effect on this particular thing. That's why there's a distinction of the Cancer at surfing from that. Then come to the Simha. The fifth one is Leo. It is sun, which is the power. No wonder Goddess Durga sits on lion only. She has the power of the sun. So sun becomes that important. It's the source for everything. Give, give and give. Not get, get and forget. That's most important. That's only. But come to the Kanya. Virgo is a Mercury, is a hermaphrodite. Kanya means girl who has not started menstruating. It's a virgin girl. So it is Mercury, is a neutral. When come to the Tula, it's a Libra, which is Venus in female. The Vishaka is Scorpio, which is Mangal or Mars, which is male dominant. So now, right up to 8, you have 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 8 is over. Now come to the Dhanu Rashi. You come to Sagittarius, it's connected with Jupiter. But you can see the symbol is of intelligence. Then comes to the Makara, the Capricorn, the Saturn. The symbol is very different on the right side. It is absolute wisdom. And I'll tell you why it's absolute wisdom. Then come to the Kumbhaka, Aquarius. It's a Saturn, again absolute wisdom. And Meena is Pisces, it's a Jupiter, again intelligence or Buddhi. That's it. So now you have seen how beautifully are these designed, and there is a concurrence throughout the world, whether it's Western astronomers or Indian astronomers, or maybe others also. There is uniformity on this. Let's stick to the uniformity and show this is what it is all about. I hats off to all those people who have brought this beauty to the world, which I am showing by understanding what it is. So let us see, this is impeccable wisdom which Akhand Vidyashram is talking about. Now they come to the sun, which is the source of energy to everyone in solar system. Everything comes from Surya, Aditya and the sun. It is the core. But this particular picture I've seen It's got 7 horses only. No wonder horses have the power. And it's only 7 horses, which includes sun and 6 more. That's what I said. The 7 days, 1 plus 6 inner. So is 7 is that. And now we'll understand that how 1 plus 6, 7, and how further 6, 13 are understood completely as an impeccable wisdom without any doubt of any more question which been risen. All the knowledge which we have in the world, from school, college to the university, in the name of mathematics, physics, chemistry, and other sciences, is questionable because nobody is talking about impeccable wisdom. We need impeccable wisdom like this so that there is no confusion and same answer is given by everybody. If the concept is clear, knowledge is clear, the question will be clear, the answer will be clear in the mind of every student throughout the world. This should be uniform syllabus for everybody. The whole videos are made only that after maybe certain stage, when the world realizes the beauty of Devyank Akhand Vidyashram, all the people need to read, understand concept of impeccable wisdom. My videos on YouTube should be more than enough. There's no need for any publication. There's no need anything because we already talked about perfection to the core, which has never been done by anyone in the world. This is the view to the new light for the next world as such. Now come to the question of this picture. This is a picture. You can see the center is sun, which I told in the beginning itself. We are talking about the inner one. Sun is the first one. Right onto Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now you see all the 7 days are seen in this. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You have seen the picture very clearly. Your doubt is over about 7. Now let's comprehend that. Now take the sun as such. Is the presiding deity, is the center. All the information comes from here. It is the source of knowledge, source of wisdom. For me, my guru, the knowledge which I have learned from A to Z till today, I give it only to Surya, sun, Aditya as such, and Aditi, its daughter, which is my indwelling soul. My all the knowledge is from sun and Aditya and Aditi as such, not from the world, from any of the books as such. All the books I have found to be defective, but I have been led by Sun and Aditi with the kind of information, and I see that is the impeccable wisdom which I am talking about. From that, the core is Sun, my guru, and another guru is Aditi, that his mother and daughter. And I also explained that in the very clearly. Now to come to question of Monday. It is the moon and it is the mind. And I make it very clear. Mind is the one which makes us start reflecting on things. And all the knowledge comes to the mind. And all the problems of the mind are also the cause for all the psychosomatic disorders. Because it is coming from zero, Amavasya, to full moon. There is a movement for almost like 14 and a half days. Then you have a descending moon, which has got its own ascending and descending, everything which you're able to understand. 29 plus half days of moon from beginning full to back to the beginning. Once that is understood, I think you'll understand the divinity completely. So mind has to be understood, and unless until you control the mind, once control the mind is zero, comes to shunya level, only then antaratma ad aditi will rise and start taking you to the never level of agyan to gyan to vigyan to pragyan to akhandata. Starts only after the mind is completely controlled. Sun gives you the knowledge, but moon has an effect. You got to bring that fluctuation of mind to zero level. Only then soul will rise thereafter. So two are over. Now the comes question of Tuesday. It is connected with Mars. Mars means Mangal. That's why Mangalvar is Mars. And it's a male dominant. And I make it very clear. Mars is a dominant male qualities only. That means in Devyank ratio, 38.1966% male quality alone is Mars. Our left side of the brain, which is logical, mathematical, scientific, is male alone. So male would have a tremendous effect on the left side of the brain and make you a perfect human being as a male, to dominate as the head of the family, to provide all the source thereof. So there was the Shakta. 38.19 is the core of sun itself. Exact. Now come to the next part. Wednesday is the Mercury. That means it is very close to the sun. It is neither male nor female. It is like a neutral, like a hermaphrodite. It has the potential of both left side of brain and right side of brain completely, because it has the aura of sun itself very close to it. It's almost like 40 million kilometers from the core of the sun. And that's it. Now come to the Thursday is the Jupiter, is the planet which is beyond asteroid belt. I make it very clear. When you start with sun is the core. The one is the Mercury. Then you have Venus. Then you have Earth. And then you have Mars. After that you have asteroid belt. And after asteroid belt only the Jupiter comes. That's it. And that is connected with science as such. Gyan to Vigyan. This is the Vigyan thing. You start reflecting on as a scientist itself. The truth without any ambiguity is the scientific approach. Now come to the Friday is a Venus. As Mangal is a male, Venus is a female, and it's internationally accepted. She's the goddess of love and female. She's the one who's going to be mother and take care of the home as such. If Shakta has to provide for everything, Shakti has to provide the next generation as such home. She's the queen at home, and give her that, she will be wonderful. That means females by and large are given all the finance, money, everything, power to make the home like a heaven. They can do very, very well. And once that is the quality done very well, the family, the world will be perfectly fine. Now come to the question of seventh is a Saturn day. Is again Saturn. Is it the wisdom or absolute wisdom I'm talking about? If you look at Saturn, it goes around sun once in 30 years. It goes on for 30 years. The 30 years divided by 12 is equal to 2.5. Even astrologers talk about 2.5 years is the Shani Resha. But they also talk about 3 times. 2.5 before, 2.5 middle, and 2.5 later. That is 7.5 years is a Saturn. So even Sun has the center, and Saturn goes around it once in 30 years. That means 360 is taken in 30 years, the equivalent to 12. I think that is amazing, because once that does, you are literally rising from unconsciousness to subconsciousness to consciousness to superconsciousness. As a result, from agyan, ignorance, to gyan, philosophy, to vigyan, science, to absolute wisdom, to impeccable wisdom, you come only as you move from sun right up to Saturn as such. And these are the only 7 planets which have effect on the living beings on the earth completely. I think these are the statements which have been made, and those statements I give 100 marks out of 100, and that is what we need for impeccable wisdom of Akhand Vidyashram for the world to come. Now come to the question. I am glad I have experienced that Shunya within me, Ganit, divine mathematics, experience within me by moving from Mooladhara light right up to Vishuddhi itself. I have experienced that. Light within, light out. That means it has something to do with mathematics, it's something to do now. Now I'm bringing a new concept into the picture of bringing the experiences of these planets and starting from now to mathematics from core to the top. Once we understand that, only then you will have the impeccable wisdom. Without divine mathematics, no knowledge is complete. Agyan to Gyan to Vigyan to Pragyan to Akhandata has to be defined on Ganit Vidya or perfect mathematics, which is divine in nature, not man-made concept which is taught throughout the world which is only creating confusion, confusion, and confusion, no clarity at all. Even the Nobel laureates are found to be defective by other people by finding fault because they're deficient about it. We need impeccable wisdom. And that gives you through own experience within the body and what I'm talking about. Now let's understand the divine mathematics as such. Now, as I told you, Akhand Bharat makes it very clear. Knowledge of the entire universe is the core dot itself. Dot is the beginning as well as end. That is Shunya. That is Shan. That is the source itself. Everything in the world has come from Shunya alone, which Rigveda itself talks about it. But when Shunya expands itself, it becomes dynamic circle. That is two dimension. When you talk to the third dimension, it becomes sphere. So dot, circle, and sphere are the basic foundations of the universal consciousness. And once that is understood, we can go to the next stage very clearly how the nature designed the whole thing. Now I'm going to reveal to you how I made Vigyan Chakra with the guidance of my Antaratma, the voice of silence. And this was the first step which was taught to me. Put a dot in the middle and then circle. This is the first step in making a Vigyan Chakra, which is science per self and divine mathematics. And from that moment, from 97 till today, I've been following only the Antaratma, Kundalini or Aditi, or you can call it Antaratma, and information is given by the divine sources to me, and then I try to reflect on that and explain in a very symbolic language step by step. And this is the first step in exploration of divine mathematics as such. So the dot from which the entire universe came, and that is the information given very clearly in Rig Veda itself in the 10th chapter itself. Now the come to the question, I have replaced with sun now. So let the sun be the center of the dot of our solar system. Now we are going to restrict to solar system and understand this very clearly because this has a tremendous effect on us. That's second step. Then the third step I was made. There are 9 planets, Navagrahas. Now circle of 360 degree cut into 9 parts. So each is of 40, 40, 40. 40 into 9 is 360. I'm not talking of 12. I'm talking of this. Is 40 into 9, 360 is the first step in understanding, and sun is in the middle. Very clear. From sun, there are the 9 planets which make very important. And everyone talks about 7 chakras, and I say that 10 chakras. And these are the 10 chakras which I am talking about. 1 plus 9 is a 10. This is what I have explained as Dasavatar means 10. Sun plus 9 is a 10. And how it becomes 12 and 13 we are going to see as we move with divine mathematics of impeccable wisdom. Now, I am giving you this particular picture of pi. The perfect digits of division of 7 can be seen from pi. When you say pi, it's 22 by 7. And that is what Kundalini is all about. But according to my source, it should be 3.142857 and continue with the same thing in one you're seeing on top. Whereas the picture on down is what modern scientists and mathematicians saying 3.1415926. This infinite number of digits is confusing the world. And I'm clear you should have most approximate value of minimum or maximum 6 only. So when I say 1 by 7 is equivalent to 0.142857 only. So 1 by 7 division is only 7. That's why 7 is a Devon number. So why 14287 is the first which stands out 1 by 7? What's the beauty of it? Why did nature design it like that? Let's move on to see that step by step. As I told you, I was late to go. First center, dot, then circle, then sphere, then sun been put together, then solar system, 9 part you have seen. But in this part, we are going to connect 1 by 7 of 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7 to 1 again. Now let's start on 1. Start from journey from there on top. It comes down to 4. Then 4 to 2, 2 to 8, 8 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 1. Do you have a beautiful picture being coming up in the process? This is the first picture of the universal consciousness connected with these 6 numbers as such. Now you see a beauty. But at the same time, right in the center, you have a pentagon shape coming up. That means what is the fundamental as such should be pentagon as such. Panchkosha is not the 3 sources, it is 5. And there are 5 angles in this, and 5 particular shapes, you can call it, whatever you may call it. As such, there are 5. So first stage, 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7 connected together. Shape is beautiful and it is a basic condition with Panchkosha. Now the second stage, India is the one, or for that matter, West also believes there is Shakta triangle. I have put a Shakta triangle as such in the middle, which is connecting 3, 6 and 9. If you see the first 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 3, 6 and 9 were not at all connected. Now we are connected 3, 6 and 9 together with a triangle which is evolutionary in process, which is male triangle, which is going up. Each angle will be 60, 60, 60. The value is 140. But when you put this particular picture, the center part is changed. But in this change, what was 5 is becoming 7. That makes it much more interesting. Again, we have come to 7. But we have come to all the 9s, but the source is again 7 alone. So you see, Navagraha as such, you can see again 7 parts, and that is 7 days I'm talking about. Very interesting. But at the same time, this picture is well known in the West as the Enneagram. I'm not going to detail of that. This is like an Enneagram with the 7 in the inside and 9 part as such is a beautiful picture which were used in different forms by different people for intellectual purpose, no doubt. We'll not go into details of that. But remember, this is stage come very clearly. All the 9 connected, 3, 6, 9 at this particular juncture and 7 angles in the middle. I think that's phenomenal. Now comes the question. India is the only country, in my opinion, where females are given much more importance. Now, without a female, life cannot be done. All the Western zodiac also talks about male, female, and hermaphrodite. The first one could be hermaphrodite, that is male. Now, the female triangle, which is exactly the opposite of 3, 6, 9, I put another triangle inside and I call it 10, 11, and 12. So, in the process, all the 12 Rashis are connected with this, with the sun as such. But what is very interesting, what started with 5 to 7 is become 10 now. That means there are 10 stages of development by and large, that is Dasavatar all about. Now, when I say Divyank is 22 by 21, which is the Brahma Ank, the first stage of creation, then there are 10 stages of development is what is being seen here. It's 7 is the structure, but development is 10. So that is something which I realize, if this is what divine mathematics, then we are heading for something which is impeccable wisdom. From 97, from this onward, one by one, when I started making picture after picture, improvisation, mathematically, symbolically, and only 2015, which was almost like 18 years after making this picture, I came to Divyank. 18 years of tapasya, intellectual discussion, comprehending A to wisdom with the universal consciousness, with my Antaratma, Kundalini, Aditi giving me the knowledge, and then explaining, giving it to me. Imagine how many years it has taken for me to come to this level in 2015 only as a Divyank. But I think in the process, impeccable wisdom was explored by me and given to different forms one by one from 97 onwards, which is a part of my PhD research work by the time. And then after that has been amazing revelation by one which no one in the world can ever deny if you're looking for impeccable wisdom. Now the same picture which I have put as a part of chakra in my book Akhand, an essence of universal consciousness, exactly. So here you can see the sunlight with 10 dimensions, but at the same time, when I came to this stage, I realized this is Vigyan chakra connected with hypothalamus. This is center of consciousness, the endocrine system, autonomic conscious, all subconscious, conscious and conscious come there as an integrated one as a hypothalamus. It has got 52 centers, and today I am very proud to say I have understood even Sanskrit language. It has also 52 letters only. English has got only 26. But Sanskrit has 52. I have already spoken about it. But the 52 levels are also made of 7 parts, which is going to be in my next video. 7 levels of Sanskrit language, starting from 4, Muladhara, Swadhisthana 6, Nabhi 10, Anhata 12, Vishuddhi 16, Ajna 2 and Vigyan 2 put together is 52. In the process, the divine language of Sanskrit, Devanagari, which nature designed, not human beings as such, is that people, those souls who are in tune with universal consciousness of Nirankar, Nirgun, Brahman, the genuine Brahmins, they heard these sounds and with that sound only they created 52 aksharas or letters of Sanskrit language and brought together to the world 7 levels as such. You have seen it, you're going to see little better hereafter in smaller doses, much more explicitly explained step by step. This is only indication for the next one. But it also shows sun has only 10 dimensions, and that is the beauty is seen in Upanishads. That sun is Aditya. It's got 10 sisters. It goes in 10 dimensions. That means north, east, south, east, west, north, in between, plus up and down. There are only 10 dimensions. That is something which I have already spoken about in Sri Chakra also. In this also you will see the same thing. It's nothing other than 10. It's not 9 or 11. It's a 10 plus. So you have understood Brahmank. You have not Devyank, Vishnu Ank as such. Now you can go to the next stage. I will go later when I come to Shivank as a 0.34419. We will talk about it. Now, from this to the next stage, as I told you, these are 52 aksharas of Sanskrit, right from A, I, U, A, O, Tre, Le, Ang, Aha are the 16 vowels which are with Vishuddhi Chakra. Then you have 25 consonants. That's also beautifully vibrates your physical body as such. When you say k, k, g, 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 the sound is at a lower level of the throat. Ch, little up. T, th, d, little up. Th, th, up. And by the come to you come to th, th, it is a dental. When you come to p, f, b, it becomes lips. See, from throat down, up, step by step, to the dental, to the lips is so beautifully done. It covers all the possible sounds which nature has created for us to understand. That's very. Then after that, you have the certain sounds which are very specific, which are vibrant in nature. They are not pure like this, but they change the whole thing. And you can see that also down to only 52 aksharas. That is Sanskrit. We are going to see more as we will step by step connected with 7 levels, 7 chakras as such. Now coming to this picture now. As I told you, I have shown this picture very clearly. Sun is in the middle. In the sun, I have shown you a picture which I would say sun by and large, I call it hydrogen. Most important element in nature is hydrogen, is what is there. But how hydrogen fuses together with 6,000 degree temperature within the core of the sun to produce Aditi, which is our indwelling soul. I make it very clear. Human indwelling soul called Kundalini, Antaratma, Prana, whatever it is Aditi only. That information is in Ved as Aditi is the mother and daughter of Daksha, who's the king, and I would say Daksha means sun. So, sun's mother and daughter is Aditi, that is helium-4. Same thing when come to Upanishad, it is written Aditi is a mother and daughter of Aditya. So it's not Daksha, this is Aditya itself. Upanishad make it clear. And beautiful, thousands and thousand years again. And what nuclear scientists, proton-proton nuclear reaction of hydrogen to helium at this stage, fusion and fusion, is the most beautiful thing which is happening. So we have the sun, which gives you the information of lightning, and Aditi gives me the same information of the entire universe as such. Then inside you can see the sixth one. As I told you, those 6 plus sun are the 7 days. But outer is another 6 which have been added. Now, if I look at Navagraha, you have Rahu and Ketu. And I make it very clear. Rahu is Earth and Ketu is asteroid belt. You can see on the right side, right on top Earth, down asteroid belt. In the process, these two things are also connected from Sun to Mercury, to Venus, to Earth, to Moon, to Mars, to asteroid belt, to Jupiter and Saturn are very clear now. Those two make it 9 very clearly. But when you go further, you see another 4 coming up. One is Uranus, another Neptune, and Pluto are the 3 big planets which we all know of. But I have added one more concept called Titus. Like the moon for Earth, Titus is like a moon for Jupiter itself. So Jupiter becomes very important and Titus is that. And I realized the placement of this one, I made 12 things as such. First 6 to 7 level, then male triangle, the inner court, then female triangle brought all the 12 plus 1, 13 pictures, and that this is all about. Once we are able to understand this concept, I think we understand how the nature's planets are designed, what power, and this is the uniformity there. And that explanation in mathematical design has made me understand and sharing with you. And I think that's really good. Now coming to the last picture, I'm not going to talk about it. It has got all the information, everything. I think for the day, this information is more than enough. So thank you very much. Thank you.